almost hear her talking. That's a wonderful picture. I've not seen that one.
It's a little big.
Who am I hearing?
You.
Oh, who's there? Wait a minute. Hi, Kayla.
Hi.
Oh, Kayla's there. Hi, Kayla.
Hi. I'm attempting this. The boys aren't all being very quiet, so
Where's she?
we'll give it a go.
This is an adult production.
There it is. There she is. Glad you joined us, even for a few minutes.
Yeah.
See if this entertains the boys like Disney or something would. Oh, Aunt Ruth and Aunt Libby. Oh my God.
So could somebody explain for me who Aunt Ruth was? Because she really isn't a relative, right?
No.
Hey, Beth, you want to go with it?
What?
I said,
Tell us
Beth,
who
you
Aunt
want
Ruth
to go
is.
with it? We talked about it the other day.
Go ahead. I can't get on right now. I don't know if you noticed. I just.
Oh, okay.
That's Aunt Ruth and that's Aunt Libby.
Thank you, Beth.
If memory serves me correctly, and I just looked up the date, in I think it was 1916, Aunt Ruth came to Lancaster from near Carlisle. The name escapes me.
You mean her last name?
No. Where she was from. Her last name was Burtnett, B-U-R-T-N-E-T.
She lived, started with an A. We went there for dinner where her sisters or whatever lived.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Starts with an A.
No, it doesn't start with an A. It's called Newville. Newville. It's above Carlisle or below Carlisle. Hi, Kayla. Thank you for joining us. Anyway,
Oh, I was thinking Annville.
Grampy's mother was sick, and I think it was tuberculosis.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
And Aunt Ruth was brought in to help with the family, and to all of us, she was just an aunt.
Yeah.
I mean, she was part of the family.
And a good cook.
A great cook.
Chicken pot pie.
She used to babysit for us so much that we called her Ruth Stay.
You did.
Ruth Stay.
Oh.
Really?
Right.
Oh my. That is so cute. And I have Aunt Lib's diary, and it's one of the most unique diaries I've ever seen because it's her whole life. And there's like if you pick March the 29th, you'll see different years entries of March the 29th.
Really?
So that's how I was able to track back when Ruth came, and I think it was 1916.
Wow.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Do you remember Aunt Ruth's chocolate cake with chocolate icing?
No, I don't.
No?
The pork and
I just
sauerkraut
remember
and
the
mashed
chicken pot
potatoes.
pie
Do you
and the
remember?
pork and sauerkraut.
Yes, pork and sauerkraut and mashed potatoes, and she mashed them by hand.
She mashed them. Yeah, she used a ricer.
Yeah.
I call it a ricer.
Yep.
And just loaded with butter.
Yep.
And I know one of the ladies that would come for dinner when Bob and Tom and Mom and Dad and I would go, she used to describe the mashed potatoes as heavenly mashed potatoes, and they were.
Do you remember how well we had to behave ourselves? And
oh my gosh!
After dinner, you asked to be excused, and then you could go play with those little blocks that you made designs out of.
I remember.
Yeah.
There were 2 toys, and like that was about it.
I know.
You loved it. Like you loved being there.
But yeah, you had to be on your best behavior.
Yep.
And dressed to the hilt.
Yep.
And got a salt cellar.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so anyway, that's Aunt Ruth.
Yep.
And as far as we were concerned, she was family.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And was it Ann and Libby that did the drive out west in the old ambulance, or did Ruth join them?
Yeah.
And I have a picture of the ambulance.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Never heard that.
Huh.
I haven't seen that picture.
move on to the
Pete, you know these people.
Posies.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
But my mom's not there.
Yeah.
No,
Before she was born.
that was before she was born.
Yeah.
Let's see, Min was born in 1900 and Jake, I think, in 1902.
Mom was 1906.
Okay, so somewhere between, I don't know, he's probably what?
About
maybe-
04,
Yeah.
03, 04.
Yep. There he is.
Or he is.
He looks like a tough guy.
Yeah.
He does look like a tough guy. I heard that. Whoever said that.
He
We're
was.
supposed to hear that.
It's because he was.
I was gonna say, Pete, you can tell us more about W than many of us because I hardly remember him.
Yeah,
You
I didn't-
guys, do you guys remember these?
I can't see what it is. Oh, the little train.
From the Posey Ironworks?
Yeah,
cool.
Dad ran a whole bunch of them off. What does that say? What's yours say, April?
Let me put my glasses on. Wait a minute.
That's okay.
It says the General.
Oh, okay. Because
you're-
Dad remade them to say BB&T Railroad.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that's what mine says.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, ready for the next one?
Sure.
Go for it.
Oh, a little bit more about Posey, Walter Posey. That's from 1923.
Mhm.
So this is Amos Steele's wife, Amos Steele Hollinger's wife. Mom, how'd you get that?
That's a furnished
Box. I have all the stuff. Yeah.
Where'd you get it, Mom?
It was in the box of all the things that were from Buns. I got all the photos, and it was labeled on the back. That's where I got all of that info.
So she's Elizabeth Harnish.
Right.
Grandma home.
And Josh, I have the same picture. And for anybody that maybe remembers, Joey, I know you do. That blanket, that was from the, it's a gun club, I think. Joey, you did some
I have it.
research on that.
Really?
I still have it.
Well, where's the club from? It's down on the Eastern Shore, I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
You have that blanket?
I do.
And
Really?
I have one too.
Oh my gosh.
And I gave little Bobby one also.
Wow. Huh.
And I think we sold one at the sale. There was a lot of them around.
Really? I don't remember that.
It's real pretty. It's dark brown with very vibrant yellows. You can't tell it from here, and reds and design.
Yeah, that's neat that you have one.
You want one?
Or two or three.
Yeah.
Is that the Hollinger house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. What does it say about the Chicago World's Fair?
Oh,
Very,
That was
very
Amos
excellent
Hall.
quality.
you know, something oak tanning, full shoulder. I don't know.
Tough in fiber and very fine finish. The workmanship being of a superior grade.
Wow.
Cool.
What's in the
Stayed
Hall?
there many years ago.
What's in there now?
It's a bed and breakfast.
It still is it?
Yeah, it's different owners, but it's still bed and breakfast.
Do you guys all have a picture that was painted of that? From your
No.
parents' neighbor. What was her name?
Where?
It's like like Grandma Moses style, like primitive.
Yeah, I think I've seen it, but I don't have it.
Yeah, Mother and Dad gave us each one. but
Yeah.
I have it somewhere. It's not hanging
You
up.
know, I gave all of my Hollinger stuff to John Farmer.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I mean, when you're cleaning out, you kind of have to, you know, I don't need it all. So, yeah, I gave it to John.
Yeah. Okay, Jill, where did Jerry go?
I'm gonna go shower. He's been working outside all
Thought
day.
maybe he was jumping in the pool
But
or
he
something.
did want me to tell Dave and Late that, wait, he's coming back. Go ahead.
Hey, the lamppost works great as long as you don't touch it. You touch it, it's shot.
Got any storms lately?
No. He's kidding. It's perfect, thank you. They helped put in a lamppost for us here in Sebastian when they were down.
And they drilled into the wire, I think. Didn't they?
Oh,
On with the next slide.
On with the next slide.
Who is this?
Oh my goodness.
Well, that's Rachel Posey.
Oh, wait.
so Barb, tell us about Rachel Posey,
Yes.
Rachel Peck.
Well, I'll let Pete tell.
Pete, your turn.
What was it? Macaja?
Macaja, right.
Macaja Posey served in the Revolutionary War, and the story is that he was at Valley Forge, and he was, I don't know, what, late 20s, early 30s or something, and this woman, a young girl, teenager or whatever, came with her mother to bring food to the soldiers, and he met Rachel Peck, and they ended up getting married, and she lived to be over 100, as I recall.
Exactly.
And they are our ancestors.
Great. Thanks, Pete.
Brandon, didn't you hear that story somewhere?
Well, I had heard that through family before,
Oh, okay.
like what Pete just said, but I wanted to
We
mention
can't trust family on this.
well, something that is interesting that I know I've told my mom is that at the Hopewell furnace, if you know where that is, it's Western Chester County.
Oh my gosh.
But if you go there, there was an ironworks there, and they give tours of the place. And I went, I would say 10 years ago, and got talking to one of the park rangers. And it turns out she is a descendant of the Poseys. And we got into this whole conversation.
Yeah, cool.
Somehow Macaja was in that storyline.
So that would have been Rachel's son, Macaja II. He was the iron worker, and he was down in Bethesda for a while, and then he moved to York, and he was WW's grandfather. So that's how the family came to be connected with ironwork.
Well, that sounds right, because I remember her telling me that I believe it was the foreman of the furnace at Hopewell had come up from Maryland, and I thought his name was Macaja, but I think
it was Macaja II.
Right.
Two Macajas, yeah.
Two Macajas, yep.
Hey, Brandon, I think your next son should be named Macaja. That would be really unique.
Supposedly, when I was born, they threatened to name me Macaja Mordecai.
Oh, no.
There was a Mordecai on the Brubaker side.
Do you guys see she lived to 102 and had 81 grandchildren?
That's a lot.
That's what it says at the
119,
bottom.
and then do you see that? 119 great-grandchildren, 33 great-great-grandchildren, and then she had great-great-great-grandchildren.
Oh my God.
That was all before
That's
birth control.
wow.
All of Guinness.
A fertile bunch.
A fertile bunch. Yeah, that's what I was reading from. Oh my goodness.
Time for a toast.
A toast.
Word. I'm getting empty.
Refill.
The name Breneman means the distiller.
I can't get any more. The liquor stores are closed.
You can get wine at the supermarket.
Yeah, I
we
can do that.
Let's see. Joseph.
I
Okay.
didn't know if we wanted to talk about Joseph Potts Breneman anymore. This is the mill that his father started.
Oh. So where's that? Where was that? Do you know Pete or Josh?
Camargo. It's still there.
Okay, yeah.
It's down it's sort of near Refton between Coreyville and Strasburg